Hi guys, welcome back to another interview today on WDSportz. As you know, I'm your host Ahmed, and today we've got a special guest. We've got an owner of a club. No, it's not Roman Abramovich just yet. It's Yinka. Yinka, why didn't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Yinka. I own the club called Bado FC.
Yeah, good to have you on today. First question I like to ask people around football, whether it's a player, owner, is what's your first type of football memory, and what was the one that you remember the most that kind of inspired you to be like, yes, I'm going to get into the football industry?
Ooh, well, that's quite an interesting question actually, because
Mm.
if I was to get started on that, I'll give you so many memories.
Yeah.
So I think the one that actually, mm, I would say that my most, uh, I don't want to say that one actually. I would go with the Nigeria versus Argentina. I think that was back in '98 or 2000. It was
Mm.
under 20. On the 17 World Cup, actually, the one with John Obi Mikel,
Oh yeah,
the one with Messi. Was it 2000 or it was quite a long time ago actually? But
yeah.
yeah, it was a final and Ogbonna, a Nigerian player called Ogbonna, he scored a flying header. Like
Mm.
I was like wow. I was
Yeah.
very young at the time and I thought wow, that's a special moment for a very young footballer.
Mm. I mean, it's interesting you say that. So, as being an owner, what inspired you to say, right, I'm going to take my passion of football from a player's point of view and almost make it a club and almost now, because we talk about ownership in clubs, and I think from every level, arguably, it's like almost owning a business now. It's no longer recreational ownership.
Yeah, yeah.
uh, from the United with the Glazers right down to your Sunday League level. How is it owning something like Badu FC? What is the challenges and what do you find most interesting about it?
All right. I actually started a club last year. It was just last year I wanted to play summer football. I normally play for another team in summer, but they didn't have no spaces last year. So I thought, you know what, let me get a couple guys together, register for a summer football team, and then see how it goes. And we actually did quite well. There was a lot of guys I've played before with in the past and stuff, and
Mm.
we entered the ILFL in Mably. We came second of that league. It was quite interesting actually.
Mm.
First time ever having to run a football team, as I said, and it was very interesting. So I thought, you know what? Whilst I've done the summer league, there's a winter league that we normally enter as a team, but it wasn't taken over by me. It was another manager. In Hackney Marshes, it's Hackney and later league. And I thought, you know what? Since we've done so well, it wasn't too challenging. To be fair, I had a lot of help from older guys that were supporting me and stuff as well. So I thought, you know what? I'll enter a league and see how it goes. And to be fair, he's gone very good, man. Very,
That's
very
very
good. Yeah.
just glad to hear. Who knows, one day Badu might be the next hashtag of football, you know.
Yeah, anything
Yeah,
can happen. Anything can
yeah.
happen.
We talk about like football and family life on this interview quite a bit. How do you
Yeah,
think you balance that? Because of course, before this interview, I know you've got your own
yeah,
family life to deal with.
yeah.
How do you deal with? Do you think sometimes Badu sometimes takes over your weekends, or sometimes your worries are with that rather than your own family, or do you think you have a good balance to it all?
To be fair, the balance at the moment is quite balanced because
Mm.
it's only a weekend league. We don't do training at the moment. If it was doing training, then I might have to do weekdays and stuff. But to be
Mm.
fair, at the moment it's just Sundays. The only thing is I have to wake up earlier than usual, get all the balls together, make sure I've got enough liquid for the players, and make sure I get to the game on time. The most important thing. And apart from that, it's been balanced because I've got a little girl that's
Mm.
my that I look after my daughter,
Mm.
and sometimes she goes football with me, sometimes she's with her mum. So it's quite balanced actually. It's
Yeah.
quite balanced. Yeah.
What would you say? Because obviously this is it's different owning a football club, no matter what level. But what do you think is the hardships of starting a football club at your level compared to other countries where, like for example, you have the MLS where you can just buy into the franchise, whereas in
Yeah.
England you do it differently. What do you think the main challenges are of starting a club at your level?
The main challenges at the moment is funding. That's where the main problem comes from because a lot of teams don't get funded. Like my team don't get funded. I was just lucky enough to get one of my uncles to support my club. Do you know what I mean? He's the one that's paying match fees. Shout Uncle David is doing really, really well for us at the moment.
Mm.
And apart from that, if it wasn't for him, to be honest, then it would be very, very hard to keep the club going because at the moment we don't pay any subs, and that's very rare for a Sunday League team not to pay any subs. So it's free football for all. Everyone comes and play and just get on with their day. No fees or nothing. Do you know what I mean? So funding is the main challenge. And so if they can invest more into Sunday League football, then I think it will encourage a lot more people to start their own clubs and build more in the community.
You talk about the funding. Do you think governing bodies such as the FA and Sporting England should really do more at your level? Because there is rarely, from our point of view, media attention on that level that you have.
Yeah.
Do you think they should do a lot more than they are doing now?
I think they can do a lot more, to be fair. They can do a lot more. The only challenge that there is with that is there's loads of Sunday League football teams. So I don't know what the logistics is on that, do you know what I mean? But it will be welcoming if they can actually invest some money into Sunday League football, and it would encourage a lot more people to get active and stuff, do you know what I mean? And it'll be easier for managers and owners and stuff instead of using their own personal money to fund the team, which is what we do in this case, yeah.
We talk about the challenges. What do you think? What do you take pride in owning your own club, if pride is the word, or like passion? What drives you to say, if, say, for example, you've had a bad week, you've had a lot of losses on the road, what keeps you motivated to go, I'm going to see Badu through. I want them to do well. I want them to do this and this and this. What motivates you as an owner?
That's a very good question, actually. When I first started, it was, like I said, it was just a summer team, and I was wanted to get up and just play football. Do you know what I mean? But knowing that you've brought about 15, 16, 17 players together, everyone's playing, everyone's happy together, that actually puts a smile on my face. Like, I look about and see that sometimes about 18 players, we've got like 6, 7 subs, and everyone's still happy to be on the bench, everyone's still happy to play a part. That keeps me going. And knowing that we're improving week in, week out as a new team, we've actually done very, very good for our first year. It was unfortunate that we wasn't able to finish the season because of the coronavirus and whatnot. But as a first time owning a football club, it's been very, very good, very, very good, and I'm proud of myself, to say the least.
You should be. You talk about coronavirus. How has that affected your football in terms of the business model, I want to say, as well as the football itself? Do you think players are not training as hard as they should be? Do you think players are less motivated? And as an owner, do you feel like your growth is being stunted because you, as you say, you can't finish the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's devastating, honestly, devastating. And what made it worse is no one actually saw it coming. We didn't think it was going to get this bad in the UK. Fair enough, it happened in China and we should have learned from it, but it's like we all just put a naive block on it, thinking nothing ain't gonna happen. Do you know what I mean? And it was unexpected. The season just ended like that. Do you know what I mean? It was like the season never happened. There was never a record of that kind of season. Do you know what I mean? And as a first year playing in that kind of season, it's a bit of a step back. But I know next year we'll go harder in it and we'll take another step forward, hopefully.
Your club has been involved in a lot of things over the past, before this terrible epidemic thing. And there's one topic I want to mention that is a topic around football before the whole coronavirus actually struck. It's about mental health and stuff like that. What do you think your club does, or any club in your level, matter in terms of helping people who do not who do suffer from mental health, but also just want to get physically fit, who want to have that good mental mindset? Do you think what Badu does, and as well as other clubs at your level, offer opportunity for males across all ages to get out there and play and almost have less social pressure in life?
I mean, yes, it does. Honestly, it does, because one form of mental health that I know is very, very common is depression. And once you have 2, 3, 4, 5 people to speak to, then you can voice your opinion. You can, like, it makes you feel better inside of you. Do you know what I mean? You have people that are facing similar difficulties with you as well, and you can just share ideas and just go out. It's not all about football sometimes, actually. You have enough people for you to share things with, and you can just go out outside of football, go out to restaurant, go out to eat, go out to have a walk. It helps a lot with mental health. So I do appreciate a lot of Sunday League team getting out there and helping people with mental health.
you talk about the social aspect, and now obviously I want to link it back to what we do, which is like social media and stuff like that. How do you think social media has helped clubs like yourself? Because obviously we've seen the rise of what I call celebrity football teams with like hashtag FC, under the radar FC, clubs like that who are owned by almost famous YouTubers who now have been taken on this platform like YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, and almost built up their following. Do you guys think you use social media in that aspect as well, but on a smaller level, or do you guys just focus on the football at hand?
To be fair, now we've got a social media account as well on Instagram by the FC. We haven't got a YouTube page just yet. Just because it's the first year, we want to establish the football first, because that's the main thing that we're focused on, is football. So once we establish a football and we're very good at what we do, then we can publicize more online and stuff and make people watch how we play. But our main focus right now is to win trophies as a new football team. Get our mark on it, and then let people other teams know that this is the team to look out for. And then we can look to Instagram, YouTube, Twitter and stuff, and publicize more and more.
I'm sure there's a lot of people wondering as well, probably watching this, probably thinking, why the name? Why Badu FC? Is it just something that is like a nickname you used to have, or a term you used to use? What's the meaning behind it?
Yeah, so it's actually pronounced Bado FC, but a lot of people call it Badu FC. So with Bado FC, is more of an African analogy.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, I used to be called Bado myself. And the first name that came up to mind when I was going to set up a football team was, what I might just call it Bado FC. And we've just stuck by it ever since.
And it stuck, yeah, it stuck really well. Yeah. And finally, when I want to ask, what is your advice for someone who's probably watching this, who thinks, I might start a club like how Yinka's done, I might do that, and he doesn't really know, or she doesn't know on where to go to, or how to start it, or how to just basically get a pitch together? What is your advice for them?
To be honest, anyone can do it. And I would advise anyone that's thinking of doing it to just go for it. There's nothing much to it at all. All you need to do is get a few lads together. Someone that will know someone that knows someone that knows someone. So it's not really hard to get 11, 12 players together. We've all played football in the past. I know footballers, and footballers that I know will know footballers. They'll know footballers. Get people together. To start with, you can just say, everyone pay £5 subs to get pitch hire and stuff. You're always going to find a position to play. Have a few friendly and see where it goes from there. But honestly, I would advise anyone that want to do it, just go for it, man.
And lastly, before we go, I just want to ask, where in 10 years' time would you like to see Badu FC? If you could see him in 10 years' time.
What a long time ahead.
Yeah, don't jinx it though.
I mean, it will. To be honest, when I first started it, I didn't think I would do a Sunday league team in winter, so I just wanted to do it for summer. But seeing how good the first season has gone, I would like to get this into a semi-pro level. So hopefully the next 10 years, if at least Essex Senior. But hopefully we can aim for something a bit higher than that. Yeah.
Well, from everyone at WDSportz, and including myself, hopefully Badu FC become a team that is what you want it to become, and we wish you all the luck. And yeah, if you ever need a decent left back, you know who I am. Although I can't kick a ball straight, so don't hold me to it. But
Thank you so much for that.
That's cool, and we wish you all the luck.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure. Thank you very much.